And hello there. It is a Tuesday, all right. My name is Wayne Alley, and this is WGTV Today. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you had a great weekend, and I hope that you enjoyed yesterday's weather. We'll have a look at that forecast here in just a few minutes. You know, it's really going to be nice. It's been nice. It's going to continue to be nice all this week, and we'll have a look at that forecast. On today's show, we'll be talking with Meg Grenade of the DGDC, also with John Sanderson of the Cooperative Extension Office here in Goldsboro. Goldsboro Police Chief Jeff Stewart, Goldsboro Fire Chief Gary Whaley going to be with us, as well as many more coming up on today's program. All that just ahead a little later on in this hour. Okay? All right. Couple of announcements we want to make to you on the calendar for today. An event took place earlier today we want to tell you about. The 4th Fighter Wing held a 9/11 remembrance ceremony this morning out at the base at the main fire station on base. The event hosted by the 4th Civil Engineering Squadron, the 4th Security Forces Squadron, also the 4th Fighter Wing Honor Guard. The event lasted about 40-45 minutes and was followed immediately by the beginning of a 24-hour remembrance run performed by various members of the host units. Coming up here in Goldsboro, the Red Cross is going to have a blood drive out at Berkeley Mall on the 22nd of the month. At Berkeley Mall, that will begin about 11 o'clock that morning. Also on today's calendar, we want to mention that the Wayne County Friends of the NRA Banquet will be held Tuesday, September 18th, and that's at the Walnut Creek Country Club. The event begins at 6 p.m. Tickets are $40 for adults and $20 for 18 and under. If you'd like ticket information, you need to talk to Pam Silver or Johnny Bryant. Now, Pam's number is 273-0401, and Johnny Bryant's number is 738-4421. And if you didn't get those numbers down, you can talk to Ben out at Four Seasons Sports or anybody at Four Seasons Sports on East Ash Street. And if your nonprofit group or organization has an event you want to tell everyone about, it's easy. Just simply email an announcement and contact information to WGTV@waynegov.com, WGTV@waynegov.com. And please send that announcement in about 2 weeks before the event. What a beautiful day today. In fact, it has been for the last 2 or 3 days. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The nice weather will continue into the evening hours as we will enjoy an overnight low near 52 just before sunrise tomorrow. Skies will be mostly clear. And then skies will be clear for the remainder of the week primarily. Temperatures moving up a bit by the end of the week. By the end of the week and over the weekend, we'll see upper 80s and upper 50s, highs and lows. A little after 7 o'clock here at WGTV TV. I'm glad you're with us this morning. Coming up, we'll be talking to John Sanderson of the Cooperative Extension Service. He's going to give us a quick update on Wayne County crops. First of all, though, we're going to be talking to Stephen Finch of the Wayne County 4-H. We continue our series of Wayne County 4-Hers, and we're here with Stephen Finch today. And Stephen, what grade are you in?
8th grade.
8th grade, and you're homeschooled, and you're a 4-Her.
Yes, sir.
So how long have you been in 4-H?
8 years.
8 years?
Yes, sir.
So you're an old pro at this thing, right? Do you? What do you do in 4-H? What do you like to do with 4-H?
I like to do public speaking mostly.
And how do you feel that has that helped you, and how do you feel it will help you?
It's helped me overcome my fear of standing up and public speaking in general, and it'll definitely help me in the future if I want to run for a district officer and a state officer.
You plan on running for office in the 4-H?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. And you include state office in that, perhaps? All right. Yet to be decided, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with that.
Thank
Now,
you.
when you're in public speaking, is there anything else you like to do in 4-H?
I like to go to the youth events and teach the younger 4-Hers.
Teach the younger 4-Hers. That's good. And I also understand you belong to something called the Roto Raptors. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Is that part of 4-H as well?
Yes, it's a 4-H club.
Okay. So it's a 4-H club within the 4-H. It's a 4-H club. Okay. Now, what are the Roto Raptors? What does that mean?
It's our team name.
And the team, what do you do?
We build a robot to do a different challenge every year.
Robots. Robots. So you actually build the robots, and it's a competition.
Yes, sir.
And how do you compete? What do the robots do?
This year the challenge was to shoot a foam basketball into nets on the side of a court, and you get certain points for that, and then at the end of the time allotted you have to try to balance on like a seesaw.
Okay, and that sounds pretty tough. So you actually made a robot, you and your team made a robot that would balance itself on a seesaw.
Yep.
Wow. Were you successful in doing that?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Now, this is a statewide competition?
There's district competitions, and then the winners go to state, and then the winners go to national.
Oh. So where are we as far as that goes? Has a state competition been held?
It's been held, but we haven't made it that far yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So you don't know how you're doing yet in the state?
No.
Okay. Do you know how you're doing otherwise? District, region, or whatever?
Pretty well.
Pretty well.
Yeah, we were 17th last year.
Oh,
out
great.
Of 52.
Out of 50, so that's about what, the top third around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, that's great. So do you plan on getting into robotics in a career, or have you decided?
I haven't really decided yet, but it would be fun.
Well, I promise you have plenty of time to make that decision. But it will be fun. It would be fun. So, as an 8th grader, have you decided you will or will not attend college after high school?
I'm definitely planning on attending college.
Definitely planning on attending.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do you feel 4-H has helped you in this?
Yes.
Does 4-H help you make decisions?
Yeah.
It helps you decide on the right decisions to make.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, good luck, and I wish you the best. Good luck with the robot activity.
Thank you.
And what do you like to do besides 4-H? You have things you like to do?
Yeah, I like to play basketball a lot and
Yeah.
hang out with friends.
Okay. So, and then besides all that, you have other activities, computers, games?
I play the piano.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what kind of music do you play? Or do you like?
I like classical a lot, but I'm not very good at it.
Well, you don't have to be good at it to like it. I can't play classical at all, and I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
See? Okay.
Okay.
But do you have a favorite composer?
Not really.
Okay, they're just all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, look, best of luck to you, and I appreciate you talking with us. And one more question: do you recommend 4-H to your friends?
Yes.
You do recommend it.
Definitely.
And in doing so, it would give them the confidence to speak.
Yep.
It would give them the confidence to make the right decisions about things.
Definitely.
Good. Stephen Finch has been our guest today. He is a homeschooler in the 8th grade. He is a Wayne County 4-H'er. We appreciate you being with us today. I'm Wayne Alley for WGTV. On WGTV today, we're talking with John Sanderson. John is the field crops agent for the County of Wayne Cooperative Extension Service. John, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
John, we're having a pretty good year as far as crops are concerned. Is that how you would summarize it?
Yes, we are, Wayne. All our crops look very good right now. We've had good rainfall since we had the dry weather and the heat in June, and all our crops have very good potential to make an excellent crop this year.
Now, every once in a while, on a clear day or on a beautiful day, I'll hear an airplane buzzing around and diving down and coming up. And I understand that has something to do with the farmers in the Wayne County area. What's that all about?
Yes, for the most part, when you see the aero applicators running, they're spraying soybeans for worms and stink bugs. We're starting to get into that time period right now where the worms start to develop on soybeans, and you'll see a lot of large sprayers and tractors and airplanes spraying soybeans, and some peanuts will be sprayed as well. And
now,
cotton is, always has insect problems that have to be taken care of from time to time.
I remember as a youngster growing up, I always heard about the boll weevil. Do we have a problem with that, or has that been eradicated?
Fortunately, the boll weevil was eradicated in the late 70s and early 80s in North Carolina.
That's great.
And has pretty much been eradicated from the whole United States.
Great. Well, what's our biggest problem now? What if it's not the boll weevil? What is it?
Our biggest problem right now in cotton is the bollworm and also stink bugs.
Stink bugs. Now this is something that comes up every year. We're talking about in all crops. They all have pests that will attack them. Some of them are stink bugs or worms or something like that. But now each year, is it any different from year to year? Are we getting a handle on this, or will we ever be able to completely get rid of these things?
I think insects will be with us as long as we're here, and probably after that.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
They have a tremendous propensity to adapt. And,
yeah.
So the insects are going to be here. We're going to be trying to manage them in our crops from now on.
John, some people are concerned about the chemicals used in fighting disease and in fighting insects and pests. In biotechnology, are any improvements being made? Is research being done to help with these chemicals so that they do not have such a major effect, or perhaps even if they do or don't have a major effect on the human population? Is anything being done?
Oh, absolutely. We're doing a lot of things in agriculture to reduce the amount of pesticides that we're using. And biotechnology is a part of that, where we're incorporating materials into the plant to control insects. We use thresholds that we do not spray until we reach those economic thresholds, and most of our chemicals now are used at very low rates, and so we've reduced the amount of pesticides that we're using tremendously over the last 20-25 years.
You said something that stuck in my mind, in that you said you incorporate things into the plant to help fight pests.
Right.
How does that work?
Well, it's all done with genetics, and these naturally occurring compounds in most cases are incorporated into the plant in the well, it's somewhat through the breeding process.
So it's in the seed stage.
Well, it's added into the plants, and then the plants reproduce the seed, and then it contains those in most cases fungus in the plant.
That doesn't affect the plant, but could
Doesn't affect the plant or the people that eat or wear or whatever the case may be, the plant, but it does affect some insects that attack the plant.
So that's amazing. That's
Very
just
amazing.
Yeah. So what do you see happening over the next 10 years here in Wayne County? Do you see any change? Are we going to continue the line we're taking now as far as agriculture, or what do you see happening? What's your prediction?
Well, agriculture is always changing, and we're changing some of the things we do. We're changing some of the crops that we grow. We're incorporating new crops. I think we talked one time about grain sorghum. We're also growing some rapeseed in the county. That's a very new thing for us.
And what do you do with that? What do you do with rapeseed?
Rapeseed is used primarily as an industrial oil, and rapeseed is very similar to canola, which I'm sure most people have heard of, used in cooking. And rapeseed is very similar to canola, but it's bred to use as a specialized industrial oil.
Oh, interesting. But you can eat it.
Well, I guess you could eat it. I don't know.
Well, if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't hurt you, I don't think.
Wouldn't hurt you.
But it may not be quite as good as canola.
Okay.
Because of some of the attributes that it has.
All right. Well, John, it's interesting, and we want to remind everyone, number one, when you see, during the summer months, in spring, summer, and fall particularly, when you see a farmer stand on the side of the road, we encourage you to stop and take advantage of some of those nice, fresh Wayne County veggies. right?
Yes, absolutely.
And we also want to remind you that Wayne County farmers are wonderful stewards of the environment, and we will encourage you to remember that and keep that in mind. And as far as biotechnology, there are always improvements being made.
Right.
And when you have any questions, you can talk to John Sanderson, who is the field crops agent for the Wayne County Cooperative Extension Service. John, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Wayne.
I'm Wayne Alley for WGTV.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on WGTV. I'm Kim Best, and I'm excited this morning to have joining us the City of Goldsboro Fire Department Fire Chief, Gary Whaley.
Thank you, Kim. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We're glad to have you and excited to hear about this new program you all have created.
Oh, we're excited about it too. It's been a great step for us and been in the planning for a long time, so we're really excited about it.
So the fire department has started an Explorers program.
We have. We've started our Explorer program. It got started basically out of our mentoring program that we do at Goldsboro High School. We saw the need that after the kids got out of high school for the summertime, we kind of were losing them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to hook up with the National Boy Scouts Association, and the police department has a great Explorer program, and
Right.
they've been running it for a while. So we teamed up with them and created a fire department Explorer program, and we're really excited about it. We've had a good number to come and start with the startup with this year.
Yes, this is the pilot program,
This
right?
is the pilot program, so it's been great, and we're just really excited. Chief Lisa Johnson is heading that up, and she's done an extraordinary job. Just a lot of work she has put into
I
it.
knew she'd done a lot of research
She
and
did.
a lot of
She done a lot
promotions.
of research, and we were able to get some adult leaders in the community to come and help, because you have to have that, and we've had a good response with that. So we're just really excited about it.
Well, good. Well, tell me, what is this program's purpose?
Well, the big thing is to expose our youth to the fire service and to let them know what we do, and possibly a career choice for them. But the backside of that, it teaches them leadership. It teaches them teamwork, and it gives them some life skills that sometimes teenagers don't get as much.
Right.
A lot of safety. One of our big themes is don't text and drive and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
it really,
Which
we're able
affects
to-
all our teenagers.
Exactly. So we're able to penetrate that with them. They get hands-on training. They get turnout gear. If you walk in the fire station, you'll see their turnout gear over there to one side, all in a row.
That's the reason right there,
Yeah.
just to join.
They get turnout gear. They get. We're fixing their uniforms up right now. They're going to have uniforms to wear. So they're going to. They're really excited about it because it gives them a chance to have some hands-on. They'll have a little bit of a ride-along program, so
Okay.
they'll come occasionally and can ride and respond with us on some calls. They won't get involved in the call,
Right,
but they'll
right.
be able to respond in calls and see us with some live calls.
Right. And what age group is this?
14 to 18, just like the Explore program with the police department. And they can get in contact with Chief Johnson, Lisa Johnson at Goldsboro Fire Department. Her number is 919-580-4260. And they can also go to our website through the City of Goldsboro's website. Just click on that fire department icon, and
You've got direct
give them
information
all the
there.
information there. And we're real happy with it. We think it's a big step. It's a big step for us, but it's a big step for our community, a big step for our city. And we want to do what we can for our youth, and they've responded very well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Growing up, most little boys dream of being a fireman or a policeman.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect opportunity to lay the groundwork and give them the tools they need to see if this is the right career path.
It is, and public service is a good career. It is, and a lot of people don't look at it as a good career, but it is a good career. Fire service has changed so much over the years. Now the emphasis on education. Most of our firefighters can only get 2- and 4-year degrees. Keeping the kids in high school, making sure they graduate, making sure they make good grades in school, make sure they study math and science. That's the two
Absolutely.
big ones for fire service. And because of that, they can get a good career in the fire service and do a lot of different things, whether it's actual firefighting or EMS, or whether it's code enforcement. So
Right.
it's a
It
great
opens the
avenue.
door for-
It
yeah.
opens a big door, and we have little girls that want to be firefighters too.
Of course you
so,
do.
Yeah, so
Of
we're
course you
excited
do.
about that. We have some young ladies that are involved in our Explorer program too. So we're
Oh,
really
great.
happy with it.
That's
So-
great to hear. Well, how long is the program? Is it a year long, a few months? Is it ongoing?
No, once they join, if they reach the age limit, once they join, they can stay in the program until they age out.
Through
So,
18?
Yeah, through
Okay.
18. And, we're hoping, what would really be cool is, when they do age out, is they come back and be adult leaders
Absolutely.
later on. So,
And I know they've seen a lot of that over there in the
Yeah.
police department. We're expecting the same thing with the
yeah,
fire
exactly.
department.
We're expecting the same thing. So with that and our work with Goldsboro High School with the mentoring program, we're really excited about our youth in Goldsboro and in Wayne County.
Absolutely. Are you expecting the young explorers to be able to participate in some type of competitions?
Oh yes, we plan on using them not only in competition, but when we're doing projects around the city and
Mhm.
fire prevention and stuff like that. We're going to include them, and then we also hope that we can have a team to go to state competition,
That'd be great.
and it even goes to a national level. So we're really excited about that, and we're going to do everything we can to get them there.
Well, it sounds like you've got a great program, got a great foundation. These are opportunities for our youth to come and be a part of positive things, part of
Exactly.
positive change from the
Exactly.
leadership skills, whether they choose to continue in the path to be a fireman or whether they choose to go a different route. These leadership skills and these foundations that they'll learn participating in this program, they can keep for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
It'll help them in any
Exactly.
endeavor
And
they
it
do.
will, in anything that they do. Those leadership skills and organizational skills is just they're very valuable, and we're really excited about it, and we think it's going to make a big difference.
Well, we certainly hope so and are expecting to hear great things about your Explorers program.
We're really excited about it.
So one more time, if people are interested and they want to find out additional information, they call Lisa Johnson.
They call Assistant Chief Lisa Johnson at 919-580-4260. I had to think a second. And they can also go to the website, to the City of Goldsboro's website, and click on the fire department icon, and it'll carry you right there.
And also, not cutting it short, but the social media is another great way to find out
yes, on
information.
Facebook
The
and
City of Goldsboro's
City of
Facebook
Goldsboro's
page is
Facebook.
constantly sharing
Exactly.
information about the Explorers program and other things that the police department's involved in as well. So
Exactly.
we're given lots of opportunities of ways to find out additional information about the
Exactly.
Explorers program. Well, thank you, Chief Whaley. We appreciate you coming and sharing all this information about your new program.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For additional information, visit those websites or the city's Facebook page, and we'll be glad to help you along the way of finding out how you can get involved in the Goldsboro Fire Department Explorers program. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to WGTV Today. With me, I have Mark Wilson from Goldsboro Parks and Recreation. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We are going to talk about the farmers market that is located in Herman Park, I believe.
Yes, it's located at Herman Park. It's every Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. Until dusk. We have local farmers there that have fresh produce. We have an egg farmer. We have fresh cut flowers, herbs out there. It's really neat.
So what are the hours?
Every Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. until dusk, and that'll run up until October 31st.
Okay, so it's all local produce,
Yes.
local farmers, and I've been out there many times, and it's beautiful. What they have to offer our citizens of Goldsboro is beautiful and wonderful that we have that opportunity to have local produce right here available to us. And so you said it'll end in the end of October,
Yes.
and the hours are 9:30 until dusk, every Wednesday,
At Herman
Herman Park. Perfect. Thank you, Mark,
Great.
for sharing all that information. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, and I'm excited this morning to have our Police Chief Jeff Stewart with us to talk about the Explorers Program. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning.
And we are indeed back on WGTV today. I'm your host, Wayne Alley, and you can catch this program every morning on Channel 10 and on Channel 99 at 7 a.m. and we go until 8 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, Wednesday, Kim Best will be with us. Looking forward to that. Always a pleasure having Kim in the studio with us. Next, we're going to hear from Meg Grenade of the DGDC, and Police Chief Jeff Stewart's going to be with us. First of all, however, I spoke with Loretta Sherrod of the Department of Social Services up next on WGTV.
We're talking with Loretta Sherrod Russell today, and Loretta is the program manager for the child support program here in Wayne County. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Loretta, the child support program in Wayne County, tell me about that. That's a tough job. It's got to be a tough job because child support is it's a very complicated issue, I would imagine, in many cases. I also think that it's a bit difficult at times to collect on child support. Who determines how much is paid and when it's paid? How does that work?
Well, North Carolina guidelines, all our obligations are set up on a monthly basis, first of the month. We also interact with other states, what we consider interstate cases. Now, when we're dealing with interstate cases, a lot of times we have weekly orders because they are the controlling state, so we have to enforce in reference to their laws and guidelines. So, getting back to what I said originally, North Carolina orders are set up on a monthly basis at the first of the month. In reference to how much is paid and who pays, the person that actually has the child residing in their home the majority of the time is considered the custodial parent. Therefore, that is the participant that can come and apply for our services.
How does that work with and I know sometimes that both sides or both parents will have, for lack of a better word, control of the child. How does that work? Does one parent then pay the other and then that turns around the other way, or how does that work?
No, a lot of times, especially if there's some type of divorce order and there's a custody piece within the order where there's like joint custody, we have a separate worksheet that we would do for those parents because, like I said, it's like joint custody where the child spends as much time with the absent parent as it does with the custodial parent.
How long does child support, how long is that in effect? What age does the child become when the child support payments are stopped?
In North Carolina, the emancipation age is 18, or it could go up to age 20 if the child is still in like a public high school.
And is there ever a problem trying to convince the parent that this is just what you have to do?
Yes, sometimes.
Why is that, Loretta?
Well,
I can understand that it's an emotional thing a lot of times with families who, unfortunately, there's a division of parents, and a lot of times it's quite disturbing for the child. The child ends up
that's true.
Feeling the brunt of that separation and divorce. What do you tell a parent when the parent says, you know, I just don't want to pay this?
Well, basically, bottom line, you know, this is your obligation as a parent. You know, there's shared responsibility for bringing this child in the world, and also a shared responsibility for raising this child.
And what are the consequences if they do not pay?
Well, unfortunately, we have a lot of cases that we do have to take to the next level, which is court action.
That is unfortunate. So if someone has a question, can they appeal the decision, or does that come under your jurisdiction at all, or does that go back to the courts?
It goes back to the courts.
Goes back to the courts. So
they can file a motion.
So if someone has a question about, but that doesn't, just because it's appealed and goes back to the courts doesn't mean they don't have to pay.
Exactly.
They still have to pay.
Exactly.
So
until a new order has been put in place, if it's approved.
Right. So if someone needs help with this, what if is there any leeway at all? Let's say if a parent loses their job, and they can't pay, or they don't have an income right now, they're out looking for more work. How do you work that out?
Well, a lot of times it would go to court and the attorney would present the situation that's going on. And bottom line, it'd be up to the judge's decision, you know, how did he want to rule on it.
And I would have to guess that with the judges we have here in Wayne County, oftentimes they're willing to assist and to help and help work things out.
Oh yeah. A lot of times, you know, the judges are negotiable.
So if someone has a question about this, they don't understand how child support works, or if they're having trouble with collection, or for whatever reason, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, we have two customer service lines. We have a North Carolina State Customer Service Center, or what we call the call center, that they can call from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. And that number is 1-800-992-9457. Okay. And our local customer service is 919-705-1911.
1911. All right, here in Wayne County, 919-705-1911. And in North Carolina, toll-free number from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., 1-800-992-9457. We've been speaking with Loretta Sherrod Russell. She is the program manager for the Wayne County Child Support Program, and thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Do you know what's happening in your city? Well, we have lots of exciting events going to be happening soon downtown Goldsboro. With me today is Meg Granate from DGDC to tell us all about it. Hey, Meg.
Hi.
Tell us about that photo contest that downtown Goldsboro is getting ready to promote.
Yeah, we've got a photo contest going on right now. Anybody can participate, all ages, all experience levels. It's going to feature the photos for our 2013 downtown calendar.
Oh, wow.
So anybody can visit the DGDC website, submit photos of, you know, architecture, art, anything downtown, and they're in the running to have their photos in the calendar.
In the calendar? Oh, how exciting would that be, especially for us amateurs.
Yes.
Well, tell us about how do they submit and what the dates are.
They can submit through September 21st, and they just visit the DGDC website. On one of the top tabs it says photo contest. They just click that, fill out the information, upload their photo, and they're good to go.
All right, so it runs through September
21st.
21st. You can submit your photo any age. Anything you see downtown that you think is a beautiful sight, it's all about interpretation. All ages are eligible. Upload it to the DGDC website, and who knows, you may end up in the calendar for 2013. All right, next event, the Downtown Cash Mob.
Yes, Cash Mob.
Tell us about it.
We are excited about the Cash Mob. What a Cash Mob is, it gets a group of people together and they go mob a business to support their local community, shop local. You know, it's all about spreading local love.
Absolutely.
So we're going to meet at noon on September 12th at the Veterans Park, right across from the county courthouse, and we're going to go mob a business. The community can vote.
It's a good mob.
Yes, it is. It's a happy mob.
It's a love mob.
Yes. But we, you know, the community could go vote for the business they want to mob at the DGDC website.
So are there 4 businesses up for the mob?
Yes, the Arts Council of Wayne County Art Market, Conqueror's Menswear, the Downtown Wig Shop, and the Paramount Theater.
Okay, so it's a competition.
It is.
So everybody can go on your website, they can vote for one of these businesses,
Yes.
and the day of the event, which is, once again,
September 12th.
September the 12th, you will, everybody that is interested in participating will meet at the Memorial, Veterans Memorial, at 12 o'clock noon. You'll find out then and there which business it'll be that you'll be mobbing. Everybody will go together, shop at the store all at one time.
Yeah, and then, you know, have lunch downtown. I'm going to go probably grab a lemonade or, you know, hop into one of the restaurants and grab lunch. So it's just a, you know, a day of shopping local, and, you know, you're getting something for yourself, or, you know, Christmas
Or a
shopping,
gift.
start
Right.
early.
That's right. Well, this is a great way to do something downtown that's fun and exciting. It's sort of like a flash mob or a dance mob, but this is a cash mob.
Yes.
So bring any amount of money that you're ready and willing to spend that day.
Yeah, we kind of ask people to spend $20 or more.
Okay.
You know, like I said, grab something for yourself, for a loved one.
Early Christmas shopping sounds great. So 2 big events happening downtown. Your photo contest and our cash mob on September the 12th. Be ready. We'd love to see you there. Welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, and I'm excited this morning to have our Police Chief Jeff Stewart with us to talk about the Explorers Program. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning. I'm honored to be here.
We're glad to have you on our new show.
Thank you.
We are excited to share the information about the Explorers Program to citizens of Wayne County and Goldsboro. We are wanting to let the community know more about what the Explorers Program is and what these young men and women do. Can you tell us a little bit about what's the purpose of the Explorers Program and what do these boys and girls do in our community?
Absolutely. The Explorers Program has been around for over 10 years. It was a program that's run through the Boy Scouts of America that mainly deals with the police side. The young men and women come up there, they receive training from actual officers that are their counselors and directors. They go through not all the training that an actual law enforcement officer does, but very close to it. Even to actually give them a little range time on the guidance of firearms instructors. The age range goes from 14 to 18 years old.
Okay.
And the program at the Goldsboro Police Department has been very successful.
That's wonderful. Can you tell us about what do these boys and girls, as they become members of the Explorers Program, do they get to go to competitions or anything?
Oh yes, Goldsboro again. We have actually sent them, as far as Colorado. We've actually had our Explorers win national awards, so they represent Wayne County, Goldsboro very well.
So when they're going to these competitions, what type of categories are they competing in?
Oh, driving. Actually get to do some driving courses. Mock exercises, law enforcement exercises, similar to what law enforcement officers would go through. Handcuffing techniques, just about everything that a law enforcement officer does.
So the purpose of this program is to teach young men and women that think they want to go into this as a career, to give them more details and hands-on experience of what law enforcement is all about. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I think when you ask especially young boys when they're 7 to 10 years old, what they want to be, a fireman or a policeman.
Of course they do.
So you have these young men and women that are still interested in it, and I think it's an ideal program to actually give them some hands-on while they're in high school. Again, the Explorer program, you can stay into it till you're 18 years old, and then go to a community college, get a couple years of community college, and then you're ready to go to the police academy.
Oh, wow.
And we've actually had an Explorer, I believe he was in the very first one, Sergeant Ball. He's now the director.
That's great. Do you know statistics or do you know any kind of numbers about people who have gone through this particular program and are now actual police officers?
Oh, absolutely. I think we've actually had two, 3 or 4 of them that went through the program and
here locally?
Started their career with Goldsboro and then decided to move, but they're still in law enforcement. So the program really works.
So it's a training ground. It's a training ground. That's great. Well, tell me about if somebody is interested in participating in this program or getting involved in it, who would they contact or where do they go?
You just need to call the police department and get up with Sergeant Trey Ball. He's the director of it, and they meet every Thursday night, and that would be their avenue to get into the Explorer post.
So they meet on a weekly basis?
Yes, ma'am, every Thursday.
So it's like a group that meets, the same group of people meet, and they have training and various things on a weekly basis?
Very similar to the Boy Scouts.
Okay. Okay. So how long is this program? Is it a few months? Is it a year long? Is it never ending?
Ongoing, from 14 to 18.
So they can go in at 14 years old and stay in until they're 18 if they choose, if the
I
interest
believe that's
is there.
Correct, yes.
Okay, okay. Well, tell me about how you use these Explorers to gain experience here at local events.
Well, once they receive the training and it's approved by the director, Sergeant Ball, we actually use them at some of the events. You've probably seen them downtown. They wear the light blue shirts, standing next to the officers, assisting in parking, looking for lost children. At Pig in the Park, at the Waynesboro Park, they were out there and they were the ones that were actually parking their cars.
Okay, so they get hands-on experience with the guidance of trained policemen.
Right.
And they are there learning things that a regular policeman do on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, tell me about, recently I believe I saw quite a few of them at our National Night Out as well. They were there parking cars that night looking for lost children. And
we actually had a child that was lost, and it was the Explorers that found him.
Well, there you go. What kind of satisfaction has that got to give these guys to actually see themselves participating in a program and see the gratification of learning all the things that prepares them to be a law enforcement officer?
Well, I think that the interaction with the public, at such a young age is so important for them because, they get to talk to people and they get to, service is what it's about. If you want to be a law enforcement officer, you want to serve the citizens who you're sworn to protect. And they're getting that at a young age, so I think that's very important for them.
Oh yes, definitely, learning discipline.
Yes, ma'am.
So you provide training, and you mentioned that you also train them with the firearms, but they don't actually carry a firearm.
No, and that's maybe once a year they'll actually take them out. Our firearms instructors to get together with Sergeant Ball, and they'll go out there. And it's in a very safe environment.
So they don't carry one, but they actually do get to learn the correct way to use a firearm. Now, how about riding with the police officers? Are they allowed to do that?
I think at a certain age they can actually ride with the officers.
Okay, great. So that's the Explorers program
Yep.
with the Goldsboro Police Department, and it's ages 14 to 18. And they actually come to the police department to have a one-on-one
Yep.
conversation with the program director, Sergeant Ball.
Yes, ma'am.
And then they can register at age 14 and stay in the program till 18 years old.
All right. They get to wear the uniform with the Explorer uniform. They look sharp.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Very professional young organization.
So very much like the sister program to the Boy Scouts.
Absolutely.
Same type disciplines.
Right.
Well, great. If anyone is interested in learning more about the Explorers program for the City of Goldsboro and the Goldsboro Police Department, you can visit our website. You can also call the police department and ask for Sergeant Ball, Trey Ball, and he will be glad to talk with you more about it and give you some details. Thank you for joining us this morning, and thank you for learning about the Explorers program for the City of Goldsboro.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your being with us this morning. We're just about to wrap up today's program. Keep in mind that over the next several weeks, we'll be adding new features to this program. One of those will be pet photos. So if you have a special photo of a four-legged furry friend, we'd love to see it. Love to post it on our show. Send us a copy and we'll feature it on the program. Email your pet photo, your pet pics to WGTV@waynegov.com. Again, WGTV@waynegov.com. Join us tomorrow. Kim Best back with us. I'll be with you in the morning. Join us at 7 a.m. here on WGTV Today. I'm Wayne Alley. So long.